And welcome to this week's edition of Picks, Parlays and Pints. I'm Bob Goff.
Shane Holsey.
He's Shane Holsey. And last week was our first show. Had a lot of fun. Got a few right, got a few wrong. That's kind of what it's about. Of course, this is just for friendly wagering and advice. If you have a problem, call 1-800-BETS-OFF, 1-800-GAMBLER, whatever state you live in according to those rules. So, of course, we also want to start with our local colleges and what we think they're going to do this week. The QU Hawks are actually going to probably watch some college football because they're off.
They are off. Nice little reset for them after a tough one up at Roosevelt last week. It's weird the way college football aligns their buys. Sometimes you have buys in the second or third week of the season, but yeah. Nice little reset before conference play gets going next week.
And they will take on the Lincoln Blue Tigers in GOVC action. That game will be in Jefferson City. Western Illinois University taking on Valparaiso, as Shane called them earlier, the Fighting Ben Marths. And let's see if they can get off the schneid after they've ended their Big Ten slate.
Yeah, you're playing Northwestern Illinois. Not a whole lot more you can expect, but home opener this Saturday. I think Shuck was talking about maybe taking a trip up there to see him Saturday night, 6:00 kick. So should be a fun one with Valparaiso, home opener for the Leathernecks.
And after they cash the check the first 2 weeks, hopefully, yes, they can get in the win column for sure. So, and our friends across the river over on the hill, Culver Stockton, another conference matchup.
Yep, and they play William Woods, who's given up more than 120 combined points the first 2 weeks of the season. So you would expect maybe a higher scoring affair with Culver making the trip out to Fulton. So we'll see what they can do.
When I was a younger man, William Woods was a women's college. And then now they're co-ed. Haven't had football that long either.
No, the Owls.
Yes,
Hooty-hoo.
yes, their green uniforms. I remember that. So Culver Stockton looking to get back in the win after a tough loss last week as well. On the regional college scene, I just want to say right here and now, I nailed the Missouri game. Nailed it, baby.
Check.
Well,
I don't know about nailed. They weren't covering till about a minute and a half to go. But win is a win is a win.
That's right. So happy to see my Tigers beat those dirty birds from Lawrence, Kansas, and they have a lighter one this week with Louisiana.
Louisiana,
not Louisiana, not LSU, not even Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana Lafayette. Raging Cajuns.
Raging Cajuns.
4-touchdown favorite.
About 27.5, yeah. So speaking of which, that's about the same spread that Illinois, I believe, also has this week.
Yes, they do.
And the Fighting Illini, of course, had a very impressive win against Duke. I thought they looked a lot better in the second half. Anyway, but again, Illinois once again a heavy favorite in their contest as well. So
same spread, 27.5.
27.5. And yes, taking on Western Michigan, right?
Yep.
So yeah. So we'll see how the Illini can do in that one. The top 10 college matchups. Of course, we mentioned. Illinois now up there. Mizzou also cracking the top 25 this week at number 25. A couple of intriguing matchups. I think Alabama with an interesting matchup hosting the Badgers.
Yeah, and Bama boat raced them last year in Camp Randall, and this Wisconsin team is hard to watch.
Not good, huh?
I think Bama might cover that 20.5 with some ease. They might win that one by 30+.
So the Tide had the rough opener, but now they're looking to put back 2 in a row. Georgia Tennessee is probably the marquee matchup, I would say, in the SEC this week.
And that line's come down, opened at 7.5, I think it was. It's down to 3.5, but I trust Georgia in this spot. Tennessee can be a little one-dimensional. People see a Josh Heupel offense and they think, they're going to throw it around the yard, air raid. Well, they're a run-first team, and sometimes over the last few years they've had trouble stretching the field. If you're one-dimensional against Georgia, that's bad news.
Another interesting matchup this weekend, Florida and LSU.
Florida LSU. That might have been where game day was if Florida would have taken care of business last week.
And they did not. So, yes, it sounds like the Gators are in a little bit of a rough patch. And I tell you what, when it comes to Brian Kelly, I've always thought he was kind of a lot more hype than actual reality. But it looks like he's got this team rolling.
I tell you what, that defense is night and day from the last couple of years. Now that line's still 7.5. They get the touchdown.
Yep.
That this could be a buy low spot for Florida if you like to take the points. Maybe buy it down to 6.5 if you like LSU. Get rid of that hook. I would lean LSU to win, but don't be surprised if Florida keeps it within a touchdown.
Well, again, I think they'll probably be looking for some sort of bounce back, no doubt about it. Now, as we run this on Thursdays, we started a week or a day late last time. We like going on Thursday so we can get you right in the NFL. And great first week. I did very well betting-wise last week. I did not do so well in fantasy football last week. I think I had one win among all my teams, but betting was good.
Yep, I think I was about even Steven betting-wise, but 4-0 in fantasy, so we'll keep it going.
We've got a good matchup tonight, for the Thursday night game. The Commanders, I still have trouble saying that. I'm old. Against the Green Bay Packers, and the Pack looked. Did you think the Pack looked more? Was it a Pack looked good or Lions looked bad last week?
I think it was more the former. That Packers, Micah Parsons played half the snaps, and still that defense, that looks like a whole new ball club. They're complete. They have, the tight ends and wide receiver rooms are improving. Jordan Love is on the up and up. The run game with Josh Jacobs is fantastic. The offensive line looked unbelievable, protecting Jordan Love, blocking for Josh Jacobs. This Packers team looks formidable. Of course, you don't want to draw conclusions after week one. The Commanders, there's a reason why this is only a 3.5 point spread with the Packers at home. That means you take 1.5 points, 2.5 points for home field, basically a pick 'em at a neutral site of these teams. If for whatever reason they played an NFC Championship game at a neutral site, Packers maybe a 1.5 point favorite. I would lean towards Packers. Maybe buy that down to 2.5. Get rid of that hook.
Yeah, I think I like the Packers in this one as well. I also like I got my Micah Parsons sack prop bet last week. I think that's another safe one.
Yeah,
I think he's on a mission.
I don't know. Jaden Daniels is nearly impossible to sack. So.
I think Parsons is on a mission. I'm going to bet him to get a sack in every game. And if by the end of the year, I'm guessing I'm going to be
you'll probably make a profit
on the plus side there. So the Dallas Cowboys, of course, had probably a better than expected showing. I guess I would say Thursday night. They are 5.5 point favorites over the Giants.
Yeah,
and the Giants aren't good.
Yeah, at least week one would tell you that. This is a week 2 might be in college or the NFL might be the hardest week. Because you think you saw what happened week 1, you think you know what you know about these teams, yet it's still only a 5.5 point spread with the Cowboys at home. I would lean Cowboys. I doubt I'll take a side on either side because that line just scares me.
Well, I think since they're at home, again, the Giants' defense is pretty good. The under might be a good play here, but I think the Cowboys will certainly come away with a win for sure. The Rams, of course, playing in Tennessee. So any of you old St. Louis Ram fans who haven't burned Stan Kroenke in effigy, if you want to head down to Nashville's a good time. Rams only a 5.5 point favorite.
Yeah, it's because they're on the road. If this was in LA, it'd probably be 8.5, 9.5. Probably. The Titans, I tell you what, they gave the Broncos a hell of a fight. It was only a one score game. It was close until the end. They're always going to be feisty. Can Cam Ward find his footing? The Titans at home, for whatever reason, doesn't matter who they're playing. They always play up at home. They always scare me betting against them at home, especially as a dog. I actually might lean the Titans to cover, keep it within maybe a field goal. But I'd be surprised if the Rams don't win. But the Titans at home are hard to bet against, no matter how good or bad they are.
So with your assessment, would you maybe do a money line parlay for Cowboys over the Giants and Rams over the Titans?
Wouldn't hate it.
I think that's what I'm leaning toward as we have this discussion. So the Bears with a Jekyll and Hyde performance Monday night.
Yeah. They let that one slip away. And J.J. McCarthy, credit to him, he looked like a deer in headlights the first 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden, he's only lost, I think, 63 64-3 or something in his football. Like,
Yeah.
when you span all levels of football, dude just never loses.
Yeah.
So, and that Vikings team is going to be really good. That's a playoff team. The Bears, you got to have that one at home. You're up 17-6, and they were in field goal range, up 17-6 at the end of the third quarter. Didn't get points out of that. The Vikings going a 21-0 run. That's all she wrote.
Lions are 5.5-point favorites at Ford Field. I'm looking for a big Lions bounce back after that disappointing thing. I don't think the Lions will have any trouble covering against the Bears.
You wouldn't think so in Detroit. I would definitely lean Lions by 7 to 10 points.
All right. So as we head on to the marquee matchups for Sunday, the Vikings, who we just mentioned, a 3.5-point favorite at home against the Falcons. I think that line looks rather tasty as well. I think I'll take some of that.
It does look fishy. Again, we're talking 3.5 points. That means they're saying the Vikings are 1.5 better than the Falcons, but then they throw that 3.5 out there, and you take that, and then the Vikings win on a last-second field goal when you're, SOL. So yeah, I would lean Vikings. But maybe get that one at 2.5 so you don't lose on them winning by 3. So.
Okay. I feel good about my 3.5. So I think we'll go with that. We are back to the Monday night double headers this week. Are you a fan of those?
More football, the better for me, honestly.
So on a Monday night, you got 2 games. We've got Chargers-Raiders in the early game on the Monday night game, and then that's the late game. Mm-hmm. The early game is Buccaneers-Texans. And the Texans are favored by 2.5.
Yes. This is another case where after week 1, do you think you really know what you know about these teams? I mean, the Texans held the Rams to 14 points. That Texans defense is really good. They can limit the Bucs, and the Bucs almost they tried their best to lose that game to the Falcons. So that this could easily be 1-0, 0-1 the other way around, and we're not really talking like that. But I would actually lean Texans at home.
I really like that Bucs money line though at plus 114.
If you're going to do that, might as well just take the points.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. So, and then Chargers-Raiders. Chargers looked pretty darn good against the Chiefs last week.
Raiders look good too.
Raiders look good as well, but the Chargers are favored on the road at Vegas. Now, of course, it's Vegas, but the Chargers fans don't travel, so that actually might be a Raiders trap.
That is a road game. We know what those Raiders fans are like. They're nuts.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Again, that 3.5, that hook. There's a lot of these 3.5 lines out there this week, and a road favorite of more than a field goal. It's hard to take. I might wait for that one to come down to maybe 2.5. And I mean, did we forget about maybe the game of the week? Eagles and Chiefs?
I was saving that for last, actually.
Okay.
I was saving that for the end.
I wonder if you were.
The Super Bowl rematch. The Chiefs. Yeah. Worthy gets hit in the goofiest. Again, Travis Kelce wandering across the field, wondering what the China's going to look like, wondering what the invitations are going to look like, not thinking, takes his guy out. Worthy's out. I'm also mad about that because I've got him on like 3 fantasy teams. And the Chiefs at home, though, on Sunday. It's a late afternoon Sunday game, 3:05 kickoff. Eagles only favored by 1.5. Again, the Chiefs were favored last week and didn't cover and outright lost. But the Eagles I thought looked good.
Yeah.
But again, is this a thing where the Chiefs maybe get back in stride this week?
God, this is a tough one. I feel like everybody and their mom's going to be on the Eagles. From what we saw from the Chiefs and all last week. Gosh, this is. I would lean Eagles. But it's nothing more than a lean at this point.
Well, again, since the Chiefs never cover, I would probably pick Eagles for that reason only.
But the Chiefs are a dog, though.
The Chiefs are a dog. That's true. So, but again, I might just stay away. That's a stay away for me right now.
Yeah.
I just don't. I got a lot of other bets I like. So, speaking of that, I think my lock of the week is the one I talked about earlier. I really like the Cowboys parlay, taking the money line, and then taking the Rams money line. and you'll get plus money when you add both of those. So Cowboys to defeat the Giants, Rams to defeat the Titans. Go money line both ways and get yourself some plus money. That is Bob's lock of the week.
I'll go Cardinals -6.5 at home against Carolina. I just think the Cardinals, the weapons they have, they're just going to overwhelm the Panthers. I say Cardinals by 2 touchdowns. Panthers on the road. Not a good ball club.
Kyler Murray, a very solid fantasy play
Yes.
last week as well, and I've got him on one of my teams, and I was very happy with the way he performed, even though the rest of my team tanked. So, and of course, Xavier Worthy was taken out by his teammate, which was great as well. So, well, we want to thank you for watching our second edition of Picks, Parlays, and Pints, brought to you by Heck Gaming and Utopia. Come see everybody here at Utopia. It's a nice space. You can rent it out. You can play some games. You can drink some cold beer. That's what I would heartily recommend at Utopia at 12th and Lynn. So I want to thank them for sponsoring us, and we'll see you next week on Picks, Parlays, and Pints.